Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. You are safe and sound by staying at home, right? Okay. So your final term class has been started, isn't it? And in this term our first new chapter is chapter 11, life safety and first aid. So already you have enjoyed two discussion classes, isn't it? So from previous classes you have learned about accident and prevention of several accidents, correct? Now can you tell me what is accident? And can you tell me some prevention of burn accident? Okay, that means fire accident. Anyway, you please any two prevention you will write in my comment. Okay, I will wait for your answer. Okay, so let's go to our today's class. Okay students?
I, Fatematul Johora, Milestone Preparatory KG School, Class 4, Sector 7, welcome you all once again in this chapter. Life safety and first aid. Today I will discuss about first aid and some first aid treatment for burns and drowning. Here two accidents and their treatments. Now all of you write CW3 chapter 11 life safety and first aid, then reading practice page 83-84 discussion. Have you written? Okay, so first aid. Do you know what is first aid? First aid is an immediate and temporary care given to a person who suddenly gets ill or injured, and it includes self-help and home care if medical assistance is not available or delayed. Okay, that means suppose at home your parents or your younger brother or sister injured, that time before the medical service arrive or before any doctor or before coming any adults, you can do some temporary care. This is called actually first aid. Okay, so you will learn the definition from your book. In your book it has written that first aid is an emergency care or treatment given to an ill or injured person before medical service arrive. So before giving the treatment you have to follow some rules. Here some golden rules. It has written that you should come and compost, you should make the person come also, then your own safety first, then emergency response system, you have to call emergency, comfort of the injured person, you have to keep the person in comfort place, stopping any bleeding. If there is any bleeding you have to stop it first. Then immobilizing a person with neck, head or back pain. Immobilizing means don't move. You cannot move the injured person if he or she has neck, head or back pain. Otherwise, if you move the person, the pain can be more. Then keeping a first aid kit. When you will start the first aid, you should keep with you first aid kit. Otherwise, how you will do it? Okay, so in your book it has written the rules elaborately, like The following are some ways of how to give first aid for different accidents. First one, calling for help. First of all, we should call adults or emergency service for help. Like here you should call emergency service or you should call your parents. Next, keeping ourselves safe. Before we do anything to help an injured person, we make sure to keep ourselves safe, or we may also get involved in an accident. Suppose maybe your younger sister or brother, he or she has getting injured by a burning. In that case, you have to keep away from the fire, otherwise you can involved with the fire. Okay, so in this picture I tried to show you that if there is burn anywhere, you should keep yourself far from the burning, otherwise you cannot give treatment. Okay. Number 3, do not move injured person. Already I have shown you in the golden rule that you cannot move the injured person unless it is necessary. Okay, so look here, maybe the person has hand broken problem or anything else. If you move him, he will be getting problem more. Okay, that's why you cannot move the injured person. Number 4, keep the person calm. Calm the person down by saying something encouraging, like you are going to be okay, everything will be all right. If you don't say something, he or she will be cry. That time if it is bleeding, the bleeding will be more. Okay, and you cannot do your work properly. That's why you have to make the person calm like this way. Okay, if he is very kid, obviously he or she will be cry. That time you have to keep calm. Now let's see the first aid for burns. For burn, we have to use cold running water to cool the burn for at least 10 minutes. Do not apply ice to cool the burn. Do not break blisters. Apply burnol or water mixed with coconut oil on slightly burned place. See a doctor as soon as possible if it is necessary. So, whatever you have to do at first, use cold running water to cool the burn. I want to show you picture. At first you have to rescue the person, then you will start your first aid. Okay. Now I want to show you whatever I have told, what you should do and what you should not do. Okay. This treatment, here it has written you have to use cold running water, not cold water you will keep your hand inside. You have to use running water, then you have to use antibiotic ointment or cool compress. You have to take pain relieving tablet or apply aloe vera juice. Whatever it is with you, you can use it, but you should not use oil and butter in the burning area. You should not use egg white. You should not use toothpaste. You should not pop up the blisters, and you should not use ice and cold water on that place. It will be harmful. Okay, so when you will give the treatment for burn, that time you have to know about this. What should we do and what should we not do? Okay, next one is drowning. When we find a drowning person, at first we have to call adults for help and send someone to call emergency service. Suppose you cannot call adults, that time you will send someone with you to call the emergency service. Then how to rescue? So before starting the treatment, you have to rescue the person first, right? So if it is safe and possible, take the person out of the water by using a long pole or rope to try to reach the person, or flotation devices like a banana tree or a wooden plate, so that he or she can catch them. But do not attempt a swimming rescue yourself, or we may also get drowned. Suppose you don't know the swimming, or maybe you know swimming. That time you can think that I know the swimming, so I can go inside the water and I can rescue him or her. But you yourself, you can swim in the pond or water area, but when you will carry one, that time it should be heavier for you, and maybe you cannot carry him or her to the to rescue, because you can be drowned. Okay, so you do not attempt a swimming rescue yourself. You just give a rope or long rope or pole like this picture. Have you seen? Like this way you can give something so that the drowning person can catch easily and they can come to the shore. Okay, so after rescuing the drowning person, if you feel that the person is not breathing, that time you have to do some extra treatment, otherwise he or she can be die. So you have to think carefully what you should do. The important process is following. When not breathing, open their airway by gently tilting back the head and lifting the chin. Pinch the nose and place your mouth over their mouth and blow until their chest rises. But the patient should be allowed time to breathe out. Watch for the chest to rise as you give these breaths. If the chest does not rise, reposition the head and try again. Place your hand over the center of the chest and lean over. Give 30 chest compressions by pressing down about a third of the depth of the chest. Continue rescue breaths and chest compression until they are breathing or doctor arrival. So students, have you understood? I think there is some confusion. Okay, that's why I will show you this process in picture. Look here, in this picture elaborately the procedure has shown. At first I have told open the airway by gently tilting back the head and lifting the chin. Have you seen in the first picture? Like this way you have to do this. Then number 2, pinch the nose and place your mouth over their mouth and blow until their chest rises. So these two procedure it has shown, and you have to allow time to breathe out. Then you see the chest is rises or not. If it is not rises, again you will try for this by repositioning. But if this process is not working, so third time you have to do one. Look, in the fourth one it has written you have to place your hand over the center of the chest and lean over, and then give 30 chest compressions by processing down about a third of the depth of the chest. So here it has given the picture how you have to do the 30 chest compressions, and you have to repeat the steps 3 and 4 again and again until they are breathing or until the doctor arrival. Okay, so for your better understanding I will show you one video. Let's see the video about this process. That means when a drowning person or any type of problem of breathing, if the person is not breathing, that time you can do this work, and this is called CPR, and CPR means cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Okay, let's see the video.
Look, listen and feel for normal breathing. If the patient is unconscious and not breathing normally, Place one hand on the forehead and tilt the head backwards. Place the middle finger knuckle under the jaw of the patient and pinch down with your thumb. If the patient is not breathing normally, then give 2 initial rescue breaths, each breath lasting approximately 1 second. If the patient is unconscious and not breathing normally, give 30 compressions. When placing your hands on the middle of the sternum, there is contact with one point of the hand so that the pressure isn't spread over a wide area. Then we start compressing to 1/3 of the chest depth for that casualty. Continue delivering 2 breaths and 30 compressions until the patient recovers or assistance arrives.
So I think now you have the clear idea about this CPR. So if you see at your home, if there anybody is not only for drowning, if anybody for choking, they can be not breath, so that time you can do this type of cardiopulmonary resuscitation system. So I think have you learned this first aid treatment? Okay, so now give me some feedback answer. I have written 3 feedback question for you. First of all, what is first aid? So here you have to tell the definition of first aid. Obviously you should learn the definition from your book. Okay, then number 2, tell one first aid for burns. So for burns I have shown you some first aid treatment and some treatment I have told you not to do. Okay, so all are actually first aid treatment, so you can tell any one of them. And if in your question, in your exam it has come to write any 2 or 3, you can write. Okay, next one, how to rescue a drowning person. So obviously you should write it from your book, you should follow your book, and I have told these answers from your book, that how to rescue a drowning person. You will not do the attempt swimming, you will not swim to rescue a person who is drowning, right? You have to give pole or rope so that the person can catch it and easily they can come to the shore. Okay, otherwise you can maybe get involved in the accident, what I have told in the rules of first aid. So when you use first aid, when you do some first aid treatment for any injured person, you should follow that rules also. Clear? So students, your homework is reading practice page 83 and 84. Hope you will read the pages properly and then you will get the clear idea from this chapter and from these pages and from this discussion also. Otherwise if you not revise the book pages, you will not learn properly or you will not understand my discussion. Clear? Okay, so students, thank you all. Bye bye.